Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jorvik, and in today's video we're going to be reacting to The Penguin episode 2. I am actually a couple days behind doing this video. It's currently Tuesday, so you actually might see this Tuesday night or early Wednesday morning, just depends on how quickly I edit this video. You guys actually were supposed to get a video this past weekend, and I recorded 3 trailer reaction videos, and I did a, what is the term? I did a kind of like amateur move here. I think I mentioned it in one of my last 2 videos, but I got a new camera. I got a Canon R7, and the great thing about the R7 is that you can record in Canon RAW, which is what I did. And I forgot to even test to see if my computer can even run RAW or can even pick it up or edit in it, that kind of stuff like that. So that's all me. I don't know why I did that. I'm so used to recording in Blackmagic RAW, so I thought that my setup would be able to handle that, but I got to do some more testing with that. Anyways, so let's talk about where we left off Oz and the rest of the gang and the Penguin. So he just framed the Maronis for the murder of Alberto Falcone. Obviously this left a very sour taste in Sophia's mouth, so I am very curious to see how this thread is going to continue and whether or not Oz can keep up the facade of whatever game he's trying to play to become top dog in Gotham. There was some news this weekend about the state of the DCU and like the Batman specifically, so I'll talk about that at the end of the video. But yeah, really nothing else to talk about. Let's go ahead and just dive right in. As always, if you like this type of content, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really means a lot to me. I'm on my way to 1,000 subscribers, hopefully by the end of the year. But, if not, it's not the end of the world. This is just something that I like to do. Ooh, we are getting her in Arkham. That's exciting. I mentioned this in the last episode. I thought this would be like a later episode. I'm surprised we're getting it. Jeez. Ooh, I just noticed her neck. She has a bunch of like scratches or scars on her neck. I didn't mention this in the first episode, but the cinematography is pretty good. I don't think it's on, not to denounce the cinematography of the show, I don't think it's on par with the Batman film, but again, that's different budget, different probably creative team altogether. But it's still very good. It still falls in line with that that aesthetic of the film.
Didn't know I was walking into a party. Would have brought some.
You cocky motherfucker.
This can wait. We can take them all down, Sal. But you gotta do your part.
Luca is another character from the comics as well. I also forgot to mention... Oh, I know her. Oh gosh, what is her name?
And the drops be sitting pretty inside barrels of emergency water. Hey, Castillo.
It's smart using the FEMA truck because they're still fresh from the disaster of the film.
Yeah.
Penguin!
They call him Penguin. Interesting. Is that the first time he's been referred to as the Penguin?
You on the truck with the product?
Johnny, nice to see you too. But listen, I got it all set. I'm in the follow car. Truck is packed. It's ready to go.
What I think about it, I think he was referred to as Penguin in the film. It's been a while since I've watched that. I'll probably watch it on the channel.
Hey, why do seagulls fly over the sea? Because if they flew over the bay, they'd be bagels. You get it? Bagels. Like the bread.
Man, what a complete cluster that was.
Do shit to protect our drops. So Maroney's walked away with the whole goddamn stash.
Is that all you care about? The product? The money we lost? We can get more money, gentlemen. I think you're missing the point here. They humiliated our family.
He's good at playing dumb, but also playing smart at the same time. It's still hard to believe that that's Colin Farrell. Like, just crazy.
I'll deal with the family business.
I really, again, not to hark on the cinematography, but because I'm a cinematographer by trade, just the handheldness, specifically with her scenes, gives a sense of uneasiness in her mind.
If one of them had a hand in it, well, who's to say you ain't next? They didn't care about Al. They sure as shit don't like you. They think you're crazy, but you don't need me telling you that. You can feel it. Said no cilantro. It's fucking everywhere.
Shit, I'm sorry.
Might as well shove a bar of goddamn soap in my mouth. Guns are on the way. Stop.
I love cilantro, actually.
Out of Arkham now. You hear about this?
The hangman. She was technically exonerated.
I don't care.
Wait,
Sophia
leave it on.
Falcone is a serial killer, 7 women, and that's just who we know about.
Oh, so she killed women. Interesting. If I remember, in the comics, she was also considered the hangman, but she killed a lot of mob people in the comics.
Bullshit. You owe me, man. Take it up with the Riddler.
Ooh, the Riddler name drop. That's what I love about shows like this, is that they can, like, it's so comical. They're just like, take it up with the Riddler. Like, oh.
I have to force work for your father, yeah?
But you were particularly dependable, especially at finding snakes in the grass, right? Until you became a drophead.
I gave him money.
I'll need discretion.
Let me see what I can dig up.
Great.
Domination. Sometimes I work with cake.
You got a sweet tooth, Vic? I'll leave you to it.
I have friends who are cam models. Not to brag, I'm just saying that I have a lot of friends in that industry.
What about you?
It's like so nervous to talk to her.
You killed Alberto Falcone. That's why I needed my alibi, isn't it? You put me and my girl at risk.
Ain't nothing about Sophia Falcone I can't handle.
I feel like that's foreshadowing. And she looks like she's been through it. Yeah, the scars on her neck, I wonder what those are from. Was she sleeping in her closet? Ooh. Biting her nails.
I'll be right there.
Everything okay?
Yeah, just work.
Oh, his mom.
Mira, la encontré, cuántas cuadras. Estaba confundida, sin abrigo. Me decía que estaba tarde para la misa, pero no se fijó que hoy no es domingo. Mire, yo solamente soy el dueño de este edificio, ¿ok? Pero su demencia está empeorando.
Yeah, dementia's hard, man. I mean, luckily I haven't really been like around it, you know, even with the people in my family who's had it, so I've never directly had to deal with it, but I know it's hard for a lot of people.
Rain and rainbow. Love will make the rain go.
There you go.
Tears, tears, tears. Tears and laughter.
Funeral starting.
I've been in the this is probably the most relatable thing of this show so far.
We didn't have a service for my brothers. My mom said she didn't want to deal with the pity. Well, my mom, she wouldn't get out of bed, for weeks.
So his whole family's dead too, then. Here.
Excuse me.
Detective says he's got something.
Right there. Ta-da. All right. And this is Irvad. He's one.
He literally got one of the Maroney's guys.
Said you had the inside track with Luca, but now the Falcons snatched one of our men out of the hospital.
You didn't
I
say
love
a
her.
motherfucking word.
I love her voice too. The last thing I saw her in was Assassin's Creed Mirage. Came out about a year ago. Yeah.
Fucking Luca Falcone's wife. They've been doing it for years. You're looking at the proof. That's just a cherry on top. I got all kinds of dirt. Lots of it. We can squeeze them one by one.
His plan's falling apart. Let's see where it goes. They're so nervous around her. I love her. But I mean, she was a serial killer, so...
The only way out of this is through, kid. Nadia took the pictures, but Vita's still unmarked. Red Mercedes, okay? That's the car you're looking for.
Yeah, I don't...
And just so we're clear, you're gonna plant the jewels in Vita's car while I find Jorvik.
He's freaking out.
We're not just gonna walk away out of fear. Right, Chief?
That's right.
Fuck yeah, right. You feel alive, Vic, huh? Feel your heart beating? That's all right, keep talking, I already know.
You know what?
Don't bullshit me, Milosh. I lost good men, nearly got my own head shot off. You should have told me you had one of those scumbags here.
What?
Really, Johnny? Who you got in the basement?
Do you remember all those wild nights at Lake Como? Getting drunk, hanging out with those horny Italian boys.
Yeah, we got into some trouble for that.
Yeah, but it was worth it.
I'm your mom's cousin.
Gia.
Oh, she's
Aren't
afraid
you
of her
pretty?
too. You can just like feel the tension.
What the hell are you doing? It's my boss's car.
I work here. The alarm was going off.
Take something out of the car?
Hey, Jorvik.
I had to run, okay? But I still hit the pouch. I can't keep going. Tell me what to do.
Did he have a stutter in the first episode?
We all gotta make sacrifices, pal.
One comes in.
Man, he got out of there just in time.
Fuck.
Jesus Christ.
I warned you.
Someone iced the Maloney in the basement.
You touch me again, I will have that goddamn hand cut off.
He's gonna slip the knife into his jacket pocket.
Fuck you looking at?
It was you, wasn't it? You sent us dead to get massacred. What the Maronis give you, huh?
You better watch your mouth, you fucking gimp.
Fuck your mother, you dirty rat! Fuck off me!
Hey, everybody, back in line! One of you is a traitor.
You could just, no pun intended, but you could cut the tension with a knife.
I will not tolerate a rat.
He's clean.
We got him. It was in his pocket.
That's not mine. That's not get off of me. Miss Falcone, I swear to God, that is not mine.
And he was watching him.
To you.
Give me your fucking gun!
Jesus. Oh.
Come in. We're done here.
And they're just making her seem more like crazy as she goes on. Like, I know Sophia was crazy in the comics, but it's like, obvious. It just feels more visceral, I guess, seeing it in live action, you know.
Lay down. Where you belong. Eyes. Oh, look. Lie down! Now!
Jesus.
How does it feel, Vic, huh?
It's true. Actually, because he couldn't plant those jewels, 2 people died.
The fuck is going on now?
That's what I say every time someone calls me, because I never talk on the phone with anyone. That might have worked in his favor, because now she might be more on his side than the family's side.
Why? For what?
See, she also knows that it's...
Some diamonds. These were in Castillo's apartment. It's what Alberto went to get the night he died. And I refuse to let these old fucking men push me aside again like I'm nothing. So I'm gonna take from them now. And I'm gonna force them to their knees.
So in a way, that it sort of worked
What do you
out
say,
for
Alice?
Oz. Ooh.
You in?
Now he has Sophia on his side. So yeah, so a lot of tension this episode. I mean, we really got to see this sort of plan that Oz has been circulating in his mind really start to play out. And of course, it kind of fell apart at the end, but in a way, it worked out for him. They're continuing the trend with Sophia being the hangman and being like this force of like nature, this freak, you know, that's been let loose from Arkham. They did have that line earlier that says they're letting psychos out of Arkham. So I'm curious to wonder if maybe the Riddler is still out there, as well as the Joker, Barry Keoghan, who had a cameo in the Batman. We also don't know if there were other crazy, you know, other Batman's rogue gallery in Arkham at that time. Because in the Batman, it's technically year 2 of him, so he's already dealt with the Joker. He's already dealt with presumably other people as well. He might have even been involved with taking down Sophia Falcone, but we don't know that for sure yet. I don't think I mentioned this in the first video, but I forgot to I don't think I mentioned this in the first episode reaction, but Alberto Falcone, I believe, was also the Holiday Killer. It's kind of what inspired the Long Halloween, which was a great comic arc for Batman. If you're ever new to reading Batman comics, that's a great one to start with. But obviously that also inspired the Batman film, you know. So I did forget to mention that, but anyways, let's get back to this. So yeah, so it is very very interesting, you know, the writing of the show and how they kind of weave these threads together, because it seems like every time Oz has a plan, it gets tremendously messed up and just becomes this cluster, but in the end works out for him, which, you know, could be lazy writing to some people, but the way that these things go about and the way that these things happen, I think is good writing. There is a lot of good writing in this show. Another thing that I'm really glad that they're doing is there's still ramifications of the Batman movie with the flood, and with these different areas not being able to be helped. You know, they talked about utilizing the FEMA truck, which would be something that wouldn't really be, you know, no one would bat an eye at, because FEMA is probably running rescue efforts and, you know, efforts to, you know, to help out as many of these neighborhoods in Gotham as they can. I mean, it is unfortunate that there is a real world thing going on right now in North Carolina. I have family in Asheville, and they had to evacuate their mountain home, you know. So like that stuff does exist and does, you know, happen. But it's also nice to see that, you know, because of the flood, because of all this stuff going on in Gotham, that Arkham was releasing prisoners, you know, including Sophia. And a lot of people, you see protests of them, you know, send her back. You know, the Falcones have a name for themselves in Gotham, you know. In the ending scene, you know, there was a lot of moving pieces. You know, his original plan was to give Luca the pictures of Vidi, you know, having sex with his wife. The Maronis have that now, so that'll obviously come back into play later. I have a feeling that each episode is going to focus on bringing down one member of the family at a time. So we'll probably get Luca will probably be closer to the end. We'll probably get Vidi next episode as a carry-on thread from this episode. And the other guy, I forget what his name is, but we'll probably get him taken down as well. I just find it very interesting and very lucky, I guess, that the suspicions on Oz from Sophia have kind of gone away, but I'd be also curious to see if maybe she's still in the back of her mind, she has a suspicion that maybe Oz could have been involved with Alberto's murder. I mean, obviously we know that he is, but you know, that she can't trust anybody, basically. Obviously the guy that was framed for the murder of the Maroni guy, her bodyguard, you know, she was so close to him, and I feel like in a way, you know, he was very loyal to her, and I feel like that even the most loyal people to her, in her mind, can't be trusted. So her even asking Oz if he wants to be involved with the takedown of the family is very interesting to me. So I wonder if we're going to find out that maybe that she already knows that Oz could have been involved, or is the rat or whatever. But because of her hatred of the family and all these other guys just pushing her aside and being like, hey, you know, Sophia, you're crazy. You know, you need some time. Go to Italy. You know, go back to, go take a sabbatical. You know, we can handle things here. You know, they're just pushing her out. I think her hatred of that and being betrayed by her family probably hurts more, and she wants to take them down first. But that's just a theory, speculation. I don't really know beyond that. So to close this talk out, I want to talk about some of the news that came out. Again, these are rumors, some movie rumors coming out of the DC EU this past weekend, that David Zaslav, who is the CEO of Warner Bros. Discovery, horrible CEO, by the way, making terrible decisions. That's a conversation for a different day. But he wants the DCU up and running ASAP, that he wants to compete with the MCU, which, you know, regardless of what you think of the MCU, it's still a powerhouse juggernaut of film and TV. And DC has been trying to play catch up for better part of, honestly, probably 20 years. I mean, obviously the DC has had a few hits, you know, the Nolan trilogy. I liked Aquaman, the first one, you know, the first Wonder Woman, but, you know, they have been playing catch up for a long time. And obviously it takes time to build universes, you know, it takes time to build the stuff. I mean, it's not like with animation or comics or anything like that, you know, you can put a lot of resources into those and, you know, build those things up, you know, relatively quickly. But with movies, you know, they take time, especially with superhero movies, you know, a lot of visual effects involved, unless it's more of a, you know, like a grounded story with no powers, like something like the Batman. Well, anyways, there was talk that there is talk. I say talk, huge grain of salt, huge rumor that they want Robert Pattinson, the Batman universe, because right now it's technically a separate universe than what James Gunn is doing, but they want him involved with that universe, and for Robert Pattinson to be the main to be the Batman in the DCU. Now, I, for one, on board with this. I think he is a great Batman. Honestly, probably one of the best Batman portrayals ever. Obviously, no one can hold a candle to Kevin Conroy, excuse me. You know, he is the definitive voice of Batman. But in terms of portrayal in live action, I think it goes to Robert Pattinson. I'm sorry. But anyways, I think it would be very interesting if he actually did join the the DCU as a whole. But I think if they wanted to do that, they would probably wait until Superman comes out next year, to see how that's received, because I mean, I trust James Gunn. I know he can make great movies, and I know he really cares about Superman and this character in this universe, but if for some reason that movie flops and then this new universe is just DOA, then they probably won't do that. But I don't know. It all depends on how Superman does, I think. But again, that's just a rumor. I wanted to mention it in this video, because this is part of that universe. So that means if this universe gets taken and adopted into the main DCU proper, then I don't know. I think we got already a strong start to the DCU. But as we know, the first project for the DCU comes out in December. It's Creature Commandos. Be the first official project, and then I think Superman will be the second main project. But anyways, guys, let me know what you thought of this episode down below. As always, if you like this type of content, don't forget to like and subscribe. Do you have any theories on how this season could play out? And do you think the Joker and the Riddler are out running around in Gotham once more? My name is Jorvik. I'll see you in the next one.